Gilas Pilipinas versus Australia. Ito na ang final game para sa July window para sa Gilas Pilipinas. Ang balita sa game na to talaga, ang headline ay walang naturalized player ang Gilas Pilipinas. That's very unfortunate, especially yung game against New Zealand. Buntikan na eh, di ba? They had a chance. So this game, honestly, a lot of people were saying, even myself, sa salamin, na this was a scheduled loss. Wala akong expectations. Even tong buong window na to, wala akong expectations. Pero it would be nice, di ba, na mag-compete. Keep the game close or even win, makanakaw pa. Pero, ang reality of the situation kasi, since walang naturalized player ang Gilas Pilipinas, in theory, dapat may mag-step up, di ba? Next man up. Merong magbi-build upon their past performance against New Zealand. So, yung naturalized import ng Gilas Pilipinas, una sa lahat, may edad na. And then, pangalawa, ang daming injury, ang daming nakalista rito, which worries me. One man down, siguro a couple of guys would step up, like Kevin Kiambao, Juan Gomez de Leaño, and Carl Tamayo, diba, to build on their strong performances against New Zealand. Na talagang maganda pinakita nila. Carl had 17, Juan Gomez had 23, Kiambao also had 20 plus. So in theory, dapat magbi-build upon sila doon. Pero the reality of the situation is dahil walang naturalized player ang Gilas Pilipinas, walang player na magdodraw ng double team at mag-shift ng Australian defense. Unfortunately, that kind of offense kasi is basically basketball. Diba? Yun ang point ng basketball. Ang point ng basketball is to generate an advantage. Ang ibig sabihin ng advantage is to force two defenders on you. Whether that's through pick and roll, that's through post-ups, or kung anumang type of weird offense na gusto mong takbuhin, kind of anong offense pa yan, 21 delay, pistol, European system na laging minimension ng mga tao sa Facebook na hindi naman nila alam anong ibig sabihin, whether triangle offense yan, dribble drive. The point of basketball is to generate an advantage, 2 versus 1, and then find the open man or find the open shot. Yun ang point ng basketball. Pero if ang basketball is 1v1 lang, which is yun yung ginawa ni Coach Chot kay Coach Tim ko nung finals di ba? Walang help defense, 1v1. So napwersa yung naturalized import ng Gilas Pilipinas to score 50 points. This time, unfortunately, since wala nga siya and walang may kayang makapag-generate ng double team sa team na to, walang opportunities na nag-open up. Lahat ng tira contested halos kasi lahat may bantay sa harap. Kasi walang umaalis, walang nag-help, walang nagdo-double team. And we saw that very early in the game pa lang na talaga yung pressure defense ng Australia, 'di ba, mula backcourt hanggang halfcourt. Pagdating sa halfcourt talaga biniblitz nila yung mga screens, naka-denial sila. And pagdating sa poste naman, hindi naman sila nag-help. So ang hirap talagang wasakin unless you have guys na talagang elite tier shot creators sa pang NBA level, which Gilas doesn't have or didn't have for this game. By the way pala guys, sa video na to, limited lang yung clips na pwede kong pakita kasi na-copy strike yung video against New Zealand. Kung mapapansin nyo, wala na siya sa channel. So may isa na akong strike, 1 out of 3. If tumatlo yan, talagang matitake down na yung channel. So I can't risk it. So I'm just going to show 2. Pero meron akong app na gagamitin mamaya to explain what I mean naman. So kumbaga, yung nakita ko sa game, ito-drawing ko na lang and ilalagay ko sa app na 3D para at least nandun pa rin yung illusion na basketball game pa rin na kung wari, imagine na lang natin Gilas Pilipinas. Pero anyway, ang adjustment na ginawa ni Coach Tim Cone after shuffling lineups, kasi okay naman yung simula ng Gilas. Parang 8-8 pa nga yung score nung simula. And then pagpasok ng second unit, paglabas sila KQ, medyo lumayla yung lamang. I mean, lumayla yung laro, nakalamang ng malaki Australia. And then parang sa third batch of players na pumasok, doon na pinasok si Junmar Fajardo. Na sa stat sheet kasi makikita natin, Junmar, 1 out of 6, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 fouls, 1 turnover, minus 27. Hindi nabibigyang hustisya yung effect na nagawa ni Junmar sa game na to. Like, I understand, di ba? Ang daming tutukan ni Junmar kanina na unfortunately hindi na shoot, na parang iaangat na lang niya. Pero he tried to, bait the contact, and some would argue, even myself, na some of those are very, kumbaga kung tutuusin pwede ng foul, pero hindi naman kasi rin magmamatter talaga if hindi rin kayang i-finish. Pero ayun, Junmar Fajardo, maganda laro niya, I would say. Nakita natin yung nakita natin to some extent yung ability of Junmar to actually draw defenders. Na yun yung kinailangan nila this game kasi nga wala yung naturalized player. Makikita natin dito, they're going to run the triangle offense to Junmar. Nakadraw ng 2 defenders si Junmar dito kasi initially si Bryce Cotton yung defender, undersized. So now, the mobile team, yung isa, yung tao ni Troy Rosario. So kumat dito si Troy Rosario to the basket. Nahanap ni Junmar. And again, yung opportunities talaga nanggagaling sa pagdodraw ng multiple defenders. If hindi makadraw ng multiple defenders, walang opportunities unless mag-shot create. Unless i-break down yung defense through pick and rolls or through one-on-one na hindi na rin nila magawa unfortunately. Kasi yung defense ng Australia, pag pick and roll, biniblitz, tinatanggal din yung bola. And kapag 1v1 naman, hindi naman tayo talaga NBA level type of talent to do that. Sustainably or on a very high level na kayang panindigan buong laro. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to explain my double team theory na talagang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon sa video na to. It's going to be our main topic. And again, makikita natin dito. Okay, let's just say this is either their naturalized player or maybe Junmar Fajardo or maybe even Kai Soto or QMB, kahit sino. Ang point ko lang dito is yung double team. Kung makikita natin, straight up defense dito sa mga naka-green, which is Australia, if walang help defense, okay, walang opportunities na ma-open up for the other guys. Makikita natin dito. Walang opportunities for these guys. Kasi 1v1 lahat yan. So, the best that you could do is to feast. Umiskor ng umiskor hanggang sa mag-react yung defense. Kung magre-react sila. Pero, if we're going to compare it sa isang play na merong help defense, makikita natin, same play, same action, may dumating na help defense dito, double team. So, ngayon, may advantage na kasi 1, 2, 3, 4 Gilas players against 3 Australian players na naka-green. So, ngayon, doon na masishift yung defense. Doon na magkakaroon ng scramble. So, double team, kick out, magkakaroon ng rotation. So, ngayon, late na darating yung rotation, which is yung original na nag-double team, di ba? Boom, boom, extra pass, jump shot, late na yung defense. Doon nagkakaroon ng opportunities for shooters like KQ, Carl Tamayo, Juan Gomez de Leaño because of the double team. Because of the help defense na nadje-generate ng isang player. Whether si Kai man yan, whether si naturalized man yan, or whether si Jordan Clarkson man yan, or si Dylan Harper, kung sino man, di ba? Yung double team na yon or yung help defense na yon, yung nakakapagbigay ng opportunities for the others. Kasi binuo tong team na to to do exactly that. Binuo tong team na to para maglagay ng bola somewhere, whether in the high post, in the low post, or in the pick and roll, or sa roller, sa short roll, whether that's Kai Soto, that's even their naturalized player. Pag may double team, may opportunities. That is how basketball is played. Makikita natin dito, ibang help defense naman yung mangyayari. Okay, nanggaling naman sa blind side. So now, kick out dito sa wing, extra pass, rotation, again, another open 3-pointer. Because of the help defense. Ganun ka-importante yung help defense. Hindi magic na yung mga locals ng Gilas Pilipinas nung against New Zealand, umiscore ng 20 points. Hindi magic yon. Na-generate yon through shifting the defense. Through the defense scrambling. Through the defense rotating. If walang rotation, walang scramble, walang pag-shift, walang distortion sa defense ng kalaban, walang opportunity sa ma-generate. Kasi yung distortion, yung pag-shift ng defense, yung rotation, if ever man, let's just say, naka-recover kunyari dito yung tao, diba? Kung ikaw yung shooter, ikaw yung nasa corner, aggressive long closeout, anong gagawin mo, diba? You're going to attack that long closeout. So, pagka-iwan mo dun sa defender na yon, mag-drawing tayo. Kung wari, long closeout, let's just say dumrive to, again, another advantage kasi may isang defender out of the picture. It's 4 versus 3 or it's 5 versus 4 in that case. Another advantage, which is the point of basketball. So this games against Australia, walang help defense kasi walang nakakadraw ng double team. Therefore, walang opportunities for our locals to score. Unless, 'di ba? They create it themselves. Which is yun yung nakita natin. Diba si KQ nakascore siya over Bryce Cotto na mismatch. Juan Gomez de Leaño late in the game nung garbage time na naka-isolation 3 points against a bigger defender. Self-created points. Pero ang tanong, yung ganong klaseng baskets ba, kayang tapatan yung 92 points? I don't think so. And that is why very important for this team to have someone, whether local yan, naturalized, kung sino man, na dumating sa level of scoring na makakakuha ng multiple defenders. Provide opportunities for others indirectly, not directly palagi. Kasi I think yun yung hindi napapansin ng madami. Kasi we always see yung assist, we always see yung points, diba? Pero we never really see yung gravity ng isang player. And Gilas tried with Junmar Fajardo this game. Unfortunately, hindi nag-translate, pero nakita natin for a good quarter and a half, 'di ba? Na si Junmar kinakayod talaga just to give Gilas an opportunity to at least, 'di ba, dumikit man lang. Pero for Gilas Pilipinas, I really hope ma-figure out nila tong mga, bagay na to. They figure out their roster, prioritize nila sino dapat nandito or hindi. Sino-sino yung mga players na pwedeng pumalit sa mga wala at sino yung mga pwedeng gawing emphasis or point of emphasis na pwedeng pagtakbuhan ng offense. Kasi itong Gilas team na to is built for 2 to 3 players and unfortunately, 2 of those players couldn't play today.